Hello, CareMyQ here. Welcome back to week 6 of our 52-week Cathartic Journaling journey. Really excited to be here again with you today, and let's just jump right in. While journaling, many factors influence our writing, such as the time of day, our prior activity, and the life that is going on around us. Journaling at different times of the day provides us with a unique opportunity to learn about ourselves and begin to notice patterns. We can use that information to navigate situations more skillfully. A few simple pointers. Today while journaling, try to answer the prompt 2 different times during the day. Notice if your responses have a different vibe or theme, and take stock of what factors might have played a role in you answering the way that you did. Keep writing for at least 5 minutes or as long as feels comfortable and useful. That's it. And the prompt of the week is, right now, what I really want to share most with the world is. So I'm going to invite you to find some time over the course of the next week. Grab a notebook and a pen, find somewhere comfortable, and do a little writing meditation. Take a few deep breaths. Start with this sentence stem and just keep the pen going and see what shows up for you. Let's take a look and see what my journal response was. Right now, what I really want to share most with the world is a message to take heart and get involved. Life as we know it is changing, and in order to lead this transition, we must lean heavily on compassion, understanding, intuition, and community. For far too long, the forces that give rise to so many of the creature comforts we both enjoy and take for granted have simultaneously fueled darker aspects of humanity indicative of early-stage sentience. That is now shifting, and fast. Should we fail to recognize and embrace this fundamental shift of that which sets us apart from other forms of life, we risk dragging the past conditioned malcontent into this stunning new reality, contaminating its crystal clear waters with the toxic remnants of outmoded strategies that no longer serve to seemingly protect. To reach this new shore, we must venture boldly. Shedding past conditioning can be as simple as choosing to value life rather than chastise it. Do not go quietly into that good night. Rise and share what only you see. Reach deep beyond the wounds and touch humanity. Feed on its richness and pure inspiration. The gift you receive is pure liberation. Who will you be and what can you share? The sooner you start, the sooner you're there. Flourishing calls us from realms yet unshown. Grab a friend, hit the road, and explore the unknown. Sometimes at the end of my journal responses, a little poem can sometimes show up, so hope you enjoyed that. I then shared my journal response with ChatGPT, and I said, I'm not really sure it makes much sense. Where are the obvious flaws in this? And I pasted that in there. It responded saying that it is filled with evocative language, inspirational statements, aiming to motivate and provoke thought. But to help with clarity and coherence, here's some suggested improvements. It wants me to add a clear thesis statement. My introduction is vibrant but slightly vague. It might help to clarify what specific change I'm addressing. For instance, life as we know it is changing due to specific reason. So I would say due to this incredible AI revolution that we're experiencing, not just AI, though, according to Kathy Woods, there's 5 disruptive technologies that are converging right now, things like artificial intelligence, robotics, energy storage, the genomics, and blockchain technologies. And these are all on a very exponential path, and they are fueling not just themselves, but also each other in very unprecedented ways. And it is just unlocking so much of a new frontier here for all of us. And so many of us in our everyday lives aren't even aware that any of this is really happening, or that it even matters, or that it's really all that big of a deal. And so that's one of the things that I'm referring to a little bit here, trying to help people kind of tune in and go, what is this? And ask those types of questions. So the second suggestion, unpacking dense metaphors, forces that give rise to so many of the creature comforts, are metaphorically rich but could be confusing. The transition from abstract ideas about societal change to the poetic command to do not go quietly into that good night feels abrupt. Yes, it is. Concrete examples. Your writing would benefit from concrete examples for things such as shed past conditioning. So a good example of this one, in April 2024, I ended a very successful corporate accounting career. I didn't have anything else necessarily on the horizon for me other than I knew that I wanted to be of help and start raising awareness and bring people along into this AI conversation. It had been so transformative for me in so many ways, and I felt sure that if this sort of mindset shift could happen to me with just a few sort of self-inquiry conversations with ChatGPT, I felt pretty confident I could help others gain that same sort of clarity in their own life. In the 15 years leading up to me ending my career, I'd been struggling with how do I quit a job, and can I support myself, and what will I do for health care, and how will I pay for my retirement, and all of these sorts of fears that just sort of kept me doubting myself. Do I really have what it takes? Am I sure that I even want to? What happens if I can't make it all connect? And now I've just burned this career that I've built, and am I stupid for even thinking about wanting to do this? Well, I'd had a back injury that was sort of lending a little bit of weight to this idea that I needed to leave my desk job. And so I decided to listen to my body. I decided that even if I could fully rehabilitate, I didn't want to return to a desk job. It just did not feel like a healthy alternative for me. I really wanted to just start from zero and build my life back up again from some more healthy ways of engaging in my life. And so while I was still uncertain and a very good bit afraid, by some miracle of mindset, once I gave my notice and ended that career, all of a sudden those financial concerns were gone. And I think that's kind of what I was meaning when I said shedding past conditioning can be as simple as choosing to value life rather than chastise it. So there's a good concrete example for you, I hope. The consistency in tone and style apparently needs a little bit of work. My call to action is motivational, but could be more impactful, apparently. And proofreading. Yes, I could definitely benefit with some proofreading. So then I said, this has been really helpful. I had a little conversation about, there was one line in there where I talked about early stage sentience. Originally, I had said early stage cognition, and I wasn't completely sure about that word. So I asked ChatGPT about that, and it broke down each of the options so that I could look at each one and decide which one felt most correct to me, and it suggested early stage sentience was probably a better choice, and based on what I read there, I agreed, so I did change it up above. And then I said, please provide a reflective statement, which it did, a very long statement. And I was like, all right, well, please create a reflective sentence that encapsulates the essence of my insight. And it says, as we sail towards the dawn of a new era, we must courageously shed the remnants of our early stage sentience to embrace a higher state of consciousness and interconnectedness. And I said, please create an image inspired by my response. And this was what it got me. So there you go. That brings me to the end of this week's journal prompt, and I hope you will take a minute sometime during the week to create your own journal response from that sentence stem. If you feel like you want to share it here, I would love for you to do that, or at least share what your experience was of doing this writing meditation. If you're in the community, I'd love for you to share it in there. We love to give each other great support, and it helps to lock in our transformation and our insights when we share it with others. And it also helps other people on their journey when they get to see and engage with what's coming alive for us. So thanks, and I will see you next time.